What's up, Cart Masters? Back with another video diving into more Monster Hunter Rise content. The final pair of weapon spotlights featured the one and only Charge Blade. It looks like her favorite axe morphing sword and shield makes a return with little to no change, but the bulk of the reveal lies in the gear, in addition to the silkbind attacks. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, drop a like, smash that subscribe button, and click on the bell icon to get notifications for when I put up another video. Without further ado, let's get to it. First off, let's put a spotlight on the armor. If you recall, the Charge Blade video's gear is made from the arachnid monster that a large number of us probably mistook for Nacilla. However, it has been confirmed that the monster's name, at least in Japanese, is Yatsukadaki. No official render yet, but based off the trailer, it's a fire elemental monster. I do have to say that both male and female armors look like a very refreshed and sleeker Nacilla armor. The female armor also seems to get a veil similar to that of Val Hazak's armor from World, while the male armor seems to get that veil in the form of a scarf. Fun fact, Japanese monsters' names are typically written in katakana, meaning that kanji or actual meaning of the monster's name can be up to interpretation. What I think it means is the characters for 8, fire, and hug. Makes sort of sense because it's an arachnid which has 8 legs, it's a fire elemental, and there's probably a good chance it'll pin hunters down with some kind of crazy attack, maybe a fire web. Aerial axe morphing makes a return from Iceborne here, but can be performed from a wire bug quote-unquote jump. The Charge Blade bread and butter of the lunging slash to charge slash to round slash is also demonstrated. Guard pointing to counter amped elemental discharge and super amped elemental discharge, or respectively aid or sade, also make a return. Speaking of guard points, I wanted to point something out because there's a lot of 4U and Gen U hunters that have never played Iceborne. Gen U Charge Blade function drastically different compared to 4U and Iceborne's Charge Blade. When you guard pointed, you would still morph completely into axe instead of staying stationary in sword and shield mode. From shield thrust, you could not aid or sade and would only charge shield if you tried to do it from shield thrust to aid and sade. That being said, you could not counter aid slash sade and would only get yellow shield from gray shield. In order to get red shield buff, you had to already be in axe mode and then go into the sade motion. In Iceborne, it functions largely similar to 4U, only you don't lose red shield state after sading and yellow shield just doesn't exist. Condensed elemental slash and respectively the sword buff makes return as can be seen in the user interface, but interestingly enough, Savage Axe's indication does not. Of course, in Iceborne it wouldn't show unless it was activated, so there may be a chance it may make a return, though if it doesn't, based on the trailer's frequent demonstration of axe mode attacks, I have a feeling axe attacks might have been buffed, as Iceborne's inclusion of Savage Axe was to push people to use axe more instead of sade spamming. Interestingly enough, the sliding around slash wasn't shown, but concerning most if not all weapons sharing the Iceborne base, it'd be more weird to not have it. The sliding around slash was super nice because not only was it an attack, but it doubled as an evasive repositioning tool that could help you place better aids on specific body parts like the head, or to put you at the optimal distance for your sade's maximum spread. Alrighties, time for the new silkbind attacks. The Morphing Advance, as the name implies, is a silkbind attack that closes the gap between the player and monster, morphing into axe mode after zipping across the ground. Now the thing is that it's not just a gap closer. According to the official website, while in motion, monster attacks won't knock or stun the hunter and can be chained into a variety of attacks after moving, such as the double-filed axe swing. The implication here is that you could potentially use this to attack through a roar, quake, and even a monster attack during the zipping motion. It basically feels like a wire bug assisted greatsword shoulder tackle, but the real question is if there will be damage reduction for eating an attack or if we'll take the full pop. Next up, we've got the counter peak performance, which is basically a silk bug assisted guard point. The hunter uses the wire bug silk to reinforce the shield, which fully refills files to maximum upon successfully guarding a monster's attack. In the first clip, the hunter follows up with an instant condensed elemental slash, while in the second clip, they follow up with a counter sade. Now, this is potentially huge for several reasons. This particular guard point will most likely have a small timer for how long it'll stay active, similar to Critical Juncture from Generations Ultimate. If no contact is made, the guard will most likely drop, wasting the silk bug gauge. There's a lot of utility in this move because sword charging had to be performed from a reload into actually charging the hit, while with the counter peak performance, it comes out instantly. If you don't need to charge shield nor the sword, you can just use it for the free file refill or for the counter sage/aid. Now, the biggest potential game changer is that it could be a 100% free guard point, regardless of whether or not you're packing guard/guard up skills. If so, it could potentially free up slots in favor of reliance on the silkbind attack. Just think about it, that's more slots for critical eye, attack up, and focus, even constitution. And that about covers it. The new silkbind moves can potentially tip the scales in the charge blade user's favor, providing that they can use it in every situation that can be advantageous to them. Just how strong these silkbind attacks will be? We won't know until the demo or the full game drops, but based on what we can see, Charge Blade is gonna feel real damn good and real damn strong, especially for current Iceborne players used to how guard pointing and its advanced applications work. What about the Charge Blade thus far has gotten you particularly excited? Don't forget to check me out on Twitch for my live shenanigans where I do a mess load of variety gaming and a good chunk of Monster Hunter. What I lack for in finesse, I make up for in quality karting. Seriously, trust. That's it for me, Kart Masters. As always, get mad, get sad, have fun, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye! Oh no! What?
No!
Holy shit, that combo though! What the fuck, dude? Like, look at that shit! It was so stupid!
Yeah, I saw that on screen.
Wow!